All right. We're here for Baylor, Florida State in the semifinal of the playoff. Um, Interesting that it rates Baylor as having a home game, but Florida State undefeated. Baylor lost a game or two, and they're looking to get back, while Florida State is looking to defend their title, looking to get that third championship to match. Auburn's got 3, Utah has 3 championships. Let's see if Florida State can continue their run to get their third. Baylor, after winning the championship 2 seasons ago, they're looking to get back and get their second championship, which would tie them with Florida State. So, exciting matchup against 2 elites. Let's see how things go on the field. Florida State's going to start with the ball. Baylor, big kick. It's going to be a touchback. Florida State starts at their own 25. 4 yards there for their running game, as Florida State's known to have, the premier rushing attack in the nation. They predicate themselves on power, good defense, and Baylor's a little more finesse, both on offense and defense. But let's see if they're equipped to stop this Florida State offense that's going to ground and pound and eat clock all day. They've done 2 minutes already. There's going to be a fumble by Saavedra. That's going to be recovered by numbers. Florida State maintains possession. They're down at the 40-yard line. Luigi Olds on the outside. So maybe not as effective without Odom, but still a strong running attack from Florida State, as Baylor does limit them, and they will get the ball back after a punt from Florida State. So Kalua is going to go on the outside, get no gain after an encroachment penalty. Jamie Fields going to drop back, going to get sacked by George Sander. And we're 3rd and 11 for Baylor. Looking over the middle, he's got his fullback, Charles Knight, and that's going to be a big game. He's got some extra room to run, and he ends up with 31 yards for Baylor, as Fields drops back again, and he does find Patrick Gay on the outside for 14 yards. That Fields to Gay connection has been stellar throughout both of their careers. As Williams goes up the middle 5 yards, it's going to be 3rd and 5. Running on the outside, that's going to be Williams again, 6 yards and a first down to the 19 of Florida State. And Kalua goes for 4 yards. He's been a nice player for Baylor. Great running back, as Jamie Fields looks over the top to Manishu, and that's going to be 14 yards and a touchdown for Baylor on their opening drive. So really strong showing on offense for Baylor. Let's see if Florida State can answer back. Florida State's really not a team that's built to play from behind. They've got to get and establish that lead and continue to eat the clock. As they fumble again there, that's disconcerting, as that's the second fumble of the game by Florida State. Now they're going to have to rely on Pineda drop back, and Covington's going to come off the corner and get a sack on Pineda. So things already looking a little squirrely for Florida State, as Baylor's playing really fired up, and they've come out with the momentum. They definitely want to get out and show that they're a championship caliber team, as they're able to complete another pass. Now, Florida State's defense is pretty banged up, so that bodes well for Baylor to be playing mismatched football, and that's kind of showing through in what Baylor's done so far, as Gay catches another pass for 29 yards and a touchdown. Baylor's going to go up 14-0 on Florida State, and they've made it look easy, honestly. So Florida State needs to answer back here before they find themselves in too much of a hole, as that pass by Pineda gets broken up. Running on the outside, that's going to be another fumble by Luigi Olds there. So that's, I think, his third. No, Saavedra had the first fumble. So that's 2 fumbles now by Olds. So either Baylor's playing really fired up, or these running backs are having a hard time securing the ball. But either way, that's not good for Florida State, as they miss on third down again and go another 3 and out. So Baylor's going to get the ball back. Now Florida State down 14-0. Jamie Fields going to go to work again as he looks for his receiver Marks, and that goes incomplete. Jamie Fields going to drop back into his own end zone looking for Omanihu, and that's incomplete as well. Third down, Fields drops back again. He does have his man on the outside. That's going to be Omanihu again for 17 yards and a first down for Baylor on that 3rd and long. As Fields looks over the middle to Gay, that's going to be incomplete. Fields drops back, empty backfield, and he hits Hemphill Meekins, and that's going to be another first down up to the 45-yard line for Baylor. Another nice drive here, pretty methodical. A lot of passing, but they're getting through and able to convert. Looking over the top, that's going to be Gay. He's open, has his man beat. That's going to be 43 yards from Jamie Fields. Scary team. Baylor really looking hungry. And so far, between, I'd say they look championship caliber so far. They're going toe-to-toe with one of the elites in Florida State. They themselves are elite, as Florida State does manage to get that stop within the red zone there, holding Baylor to 3 points. But 17-0 with 13:15 left in the second quarter. But there's a big return that's going to be a foot race from Lindner, and he is going to take that to the house for Florida State to get him back in there. So Florida State's offense hasn't been able to do much, but they get a big return there, and Baylor's going to go back to work with 12:50 left. That's going to be a taunting penalty on Florida State, so automatic first down for Baylor. Running on the outside, that's going to be Williams. He's going to lose yardage, 2nd and 12, as Kalua goes on the outside and gets 2 yards to bring it to 3rd and 10. Fields going to drop back in that situation. He has his running back open. That's going to be complete to Robinson for 18 yards. Another first down for Baylor. So they've really been good in that 3rd and long, 3rd and 10 situation. Baylor's really converted in that spot as Fields gets sacked here by Mark Harris. Florida State really needs a lot of plays like that as Williams goes on the outside. So Florida State doing a really good job stopping the run game so far, but Fields is just so good. I mean, he's definitely a guy that's going to be playing on Sundays, and he's got such weapons at the receiving core that it's really hard to stop him if you make him one-dimensional, especially if you've got a hurt squad as Florida State does. Florida State get the ball back. Saavedra goes for 5 yards on first down. No gain on second down, and that's going to be Pineda dropping back, and he has a man open. That's going to be Bigelow for 46 yards. First down for Florida State. Run on the outside. Luigi Olds gets 10 yards there and another first down. And Florida State looking to answer back, bring this back to a one-score game here after that big return. And then that momentum shift has really been good for them, as in double coverage, Pineda hits Bigelow, and he had men draped all over him. 19 yards, touchdown for Florida State as they answer back and bring it 17-14. Baylor has the ball back. 6:52 left to play in the second quarter as Fields drops back on first down, but incomplete to his wide receiver on the outside. They're going to go back to the running game with Kalua, and he gets 4 yards, so 3rd and 5. Jamie Fields going to drop back on 3rd and 5, looking for his receiver, but he dropped it. And that's going to be a punt. So Florida State getting the ball back, and now that they turned the score around, they can do more of what they like to do, which is that ground and pound. Luigi Olds up the middle, 7 yards on first down. On the outside, second down, that's going to be Putnam for 10 yards, getting into Baylor territory. And there's another fumble that's going to be Luigi Olds. That's his 3rd fumble of the game, so something's got to be up with Olds. He's fumbled 3 times already in this game as Savandra loses a yard there, and it's going to be false start, 3rd and 16 for Pineda and company. Let's see if they can, broken up by Ricketts, and Florida State's going to have to punt. But it's really concerning. Olds is fumbling the ball 3 times in this half, and that can't be good, as he's one of their main running backs. He gets a lot of touches in the game. So Kahlua goes for 2 yards as we wind down, 3:06 left in this half. Fields looking for his receiver, but Florida State's really tightened up the defense against the pass, and Baylor hasn't been able to get anything going on their last few drives, as Florida State gets the ball back again, down 17-14. Looking at Savadra going for 9 yards on first down, 2:05 to play in the half, as Taylor goes for 4 yards and a first down for Florida State up to the 36-yard line of Baylor. 3 more yards from Olds, but we're winding the clock. If they want to do something, they need to get some chunk yardage as Putnam goes for no gain, 1:26 to play, 3rd and 6. Going to be Pineda dropping back, has his man, incomplete. Florida State's going to have to punt. 1:13 to play, and Baylor has the ball back at their own 30-yard line. Let's see if they try to extend this lead before halftime. Florida State gets another penalty, roughing the passer, so that's going to be yardage and tacked on, automatic first down. So now they're almost in field goal range, 46 seconds left, and they still have 2 timeouts, so Baylor can afford to take a couple risks here and try to get into field goal range and get some more points, as they do find Gay over the top. That's going to be 38 yards down to the 4-yard line. They almost got it there. 1 timeout left, but they kicked the field goal, 20-14, with 17 seconds left in the second quarter. So Florida State gets the ball back. They're just going to run the clock out. Yep, 1 play. And now they're going to have to kick off to Baylor. So Baylor's going to start the third quarter with the ball. They get a huge return here, and that's going to go to the house. Opening kickoff of the third quarter. Baylor answers back. Florida State had one earlier in the game, and now Baylor gets one to open the second half, as Florida State had brought it to a 1-score game. But Baylor answers back, and so now Florida State's going to have to go on offense, down 2 scores, 14 minutes left in the game, but they need to get something working here. 3rd and 18, so that's going to be a drop back likely from Pineda. Pineda drops back, and he misses there. So incomplete. Florida State going to have to punt again, and Baylor's going to take over 27-14 from their own 11. Fields drops back, and that ball is caught. That's going to be Collins, 14 yards and a first down. So Fields really has made some nice throws in this one, as Kahlua goes for no gain on first down. Second down, Williams, kind of the same play, goes for 9 yards. 3rd and 1 for Baylor, as Kahlua gets 2 yards and a first down to extend this drive for Baylor. Up the middle again. That's going to be a legal block by Fitz, so that's going to take them back 1st and 20. And then an encroachment penalty, 1st and 15. Kahlua goes for 6 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 9. Fields is going to drop back. Has his man wide open over the top. Fields completes it to Omanehu, 47 yards down to the Florida State 15, as Fields drops back again. That's going to be incomplete, looking for Collins on that one. Fields drops back, but man breaks through. That's going to be Mark Harris again with another sack for Florida State. to stop Fields there. It's going to be 3rd and 21. And so Florida State hoping they can just get the stop here. They do. Incomplete. Baylor's going to kick a field goal, but that's going to take it to a 16-point lead for Baylor, which is still a 2-score game, but you got to get two-point conversions. So let's see if Florida State can grind out a good, solid drive. We really haven't seen a true classic grinded-out Florida State drive yet in this game. Baylor's done a good job of keeping them out of sorts and out of what they like to do as we get to 3rd and inches here. Thompson goes on the outside. That's going to be a first down for Florida State, trailing 30-14. And there goes Saavedra again, 7 yards on first down, 2nd and 3. Going on the outside again, that's going to be Olds for 5 yards and another first down for Florida State down to Baylor's 45-yard line as Olds looks to go again, but he gets stopped in the backfield for a loss of 2. But on 2nd down, Saavedra goes for 5 yards or 7 yards, and that's going to take it to 3rd and 5. Pineda's going to drop back there. He has his man incomplete. That's broken up by Kane. So another good spot by Baylor. And then a great punt return is for 66 yards for Williams. Going to give Baylor great position to start. 5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Baylor going on the outside again. That's going to be Williams for 3 yards. They're going to be Kalua 11 yards again down to the 13-yard line. Fields drops back. He's looking in the end zone. That's going to be incomplete, looking for Marks. And 2nd and 10 here for Baylor, looking for his receiver again, and he's got him. Gay has just been abusing the corner over there all day. 12 yards and a touchdown. Jamie Fields to Gay as Baylor extends the lead 37-14. Really looking solid in this game. Florida State hasn't been able to get a solid drive going, and they trail 37-14, holding penalty after getting the first down there. So that's going to be 2nd and 13. Penalties have really been a big factor, like really inopportune ones. They're for Florida State. Florida State's really had some just in the worst spots you could get a penalty, they get a penalty. Less than, they've had a few taunting penalties, roughing the passer, that sort of thing. I'd say that's a large issue for why Baylor's been able to go out to this sort of lead, as Baylor really has played a pretty clean game in the penalty department. As Florida State has to punt, Baylor going to take over again from their own 15-yard line. Blitz comes from Florida State. Fields beats the blitz there, able to find Collier on the outside for 18 yards on first down. That's just proof of the poise of Fields. He had guys coming from everywhere. He dodged out of the blitzers and was able to still complete the pass. Didn't throw it away, but Florida State does get the stop there on 3rd and 1. On 4th and inches, the Bears are going to punt. Florida State's going to get the ball back, but they're trailing by 23 points. And who is that? Saavedra on the outside. There's another fumble. So there have been some big fumble problems for Florida State in this game. That's the 5th fumble. As they lose that one, Saavedra has a couple. Luigi Olds has fumbled 3, and each of them has lost one. And that's been a big story in this game outside of the penalties that Florida State has had. The fumble issues have really killed momentum for this team as Baylor looks to extend their lead, and they do. 7 yards and a touchdown. Baylor goes up 44-14. So this really escalated quickly. FSU did get back in the game with a nice kick return. Wow, there's another. That's going to be Saavedra again fumbling the ball after a nice gain. But that's 3 fumbles now for Saavedra, 3 fumbles for Olds. So either Baylor's playing really tough and aggressive on the defensive side of the ball, or Florida State's just not covering it up very well. But either way, 5 or 6 fumbles now in this game from Florida State, and you can't expect to win many games putting that many balls on the ground, as Baylor gets through and gets another touchdown here. It's going to be 51-14 Baylor, and this one's really just gotten away here. Fumble problems. Pineda, they're looking to sack, and Pineda is able to hit his man over the top. And sometimes you wonder, when you see those big plays from these run-heavy teams, what would happen if they passed more. But Florida State gets a touchdown there, 51-21, but probably not enough time to mount an epic comeback against Baylor, especially when you have Fields playing like this, complete to Urbina. Another big gain for Jamie Fields. He really has played like a pro-caliber quarterback in this one. Big throws everywhere as Kaluuya goes for 5 yards. Going to take, I guess there was a penalty, first down. 2nd and 10, Baylor and Fields, or no, that's Roland dropping back, so they've replaced Fields. Hits his tight end, 3rd and 5. They're kind of just bleeding clock as Kaluuya goes for a yard loss, and they're going to kick another field goal, and that will take them to 54-21 with 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Nice return, but got to get 33 points. And Florida State just really isn't an offense that's built on quick strikes. I do feel like their defense could do it, but running the ball like this, they need to be trying to hit some big scores if they had any hope of coming back. But I kind of think both teams have just going through the motions at this point. Olds goes for 3 yards. Savadra, no gain. 3rd and 6. Are we going to finally see Pineda here? No, they go for another run, but this time it's Thompson. He gets 9 yards, first down for Florida State. And then on the outside again, there's Joey Thompson, 5 yards and a touchdown. Florida State gets on the board again, 54-28, 3:06 left. Baylor's going to have the ball back, and I'm not sure what onside kick. That's why they start there. So onside kick unsuccessful from Florida State, and Baylor's likely going to run this one out. And we're going to get a rematch of the championship from 2 seasons ago when it was Baylor versus Utah, and Baylor beat Utah to get their first championship. And then Florida State got through Baylor last year and got through to beat Utah to get their second championship. But Baylor is going to get an opportunity to get their second championship, and Utah's going to have the opportunity to get their fourth championship as we head into the championship game. Baylor Bears versus Utah Utes. Baylor wins this one in impressive fashion, I got to say, 54-28 over Florida State. Got to see that day that Fields had. So, 15-29, 3 touchdowns, lots of big plays, 3 sacks. Olds wasn't able to get moving for Florida State, only averaging 2.1. The other running backs had a good job, but Olds didn't do well, and he fumbled 3 times. Gay had a huge day. Omanehu had some big catches as